What's up today, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing our first impressions of the Civil War 1940 Officer's Militia Sword. Now this thing is 180 years old from the Civil War. This is an actual piece, however this was never used in combat. So we can see we have the Knight's Head pommel. It is a bit rusty. It's got a nice patina to it actually. I think this is an ox horn. It's some kind of bone though, definitely. And then we have the nice hilt here. It's pretty ornate. And on this side you can see it's missing that part. It doesn't have a design there, but on this side it does. Knight's head is the same on both. And we have this nice long blade. It's very thin though, super thin, almost as thin as one of my fingers. And I have small fingers. Because this is meant for stabbing or impaling. So what you would do is stab your target. Now here we can see the hilt is a little loose. It does move around slightly, not too bad. It's almost got this in there. I'm sure if I took that out and wedged something in there, maybe we can make it a little bit tighter. However, the sword itself is pretty solid. It has a slight flex to it when you wiggle it around, which is nice. And the blade is definitely patinaed. Here we have the scabbard. And this has a really, really nice patina with the greens and the browns and the yellows. It's got this nice leather wrap. You can see how old it is. I don't think this is yeah, this is pretty weak here. But yeah, it's got this nice buckle. I really like this. This is really cool. It's so awesome to own this piece of history right here. And I'm sure if I tried to sharpen this and test it, it would ruin the value, although they're not too expensive of a sword. Here's the nice butt cap of the scabbard. Now this sword is pretty cool. I was going to test it on one of the Zombie Go Boom heads. However, it is completely dull. I mean, it's not going to cut anything. I could sharpen this, however, I'm not very experienced in sharpening. And I definitely don't want to mess it up, considering its age and it's an antique. And then, if we go through with the test, it could potentially break. And this is 180 years old. So I'm not 100% confident how well this will hold up. It should be alright though, but it would definitely be ashamed if it doesn't. It's got a nice little flex to it, not like the Hanwei or the Chinese swords. But I'm not really experienced in this type of a weapon, but mostly stab people with it. That's mainly what this is for. I guess you could cut. I'm not sure how well it would do, seeing how small the blade is. But yeah, this is a pretty cool sword. It's definitely for the collection. It's more of a wall hanger or a decorative piece because this is a piece of history right here from the Civil War. I can't believe I own something that old. Wow. It's really cool. Maybe we'll be... One thing I do want to get in the future is a World War II katana and maybe a Chinese sword. I saw one. Unfortunately, the guy ended the auction early on the Chinese Jan from World War II. It's actually the same seller who sold this World War II weapon. He ended the auction early, so before I was able to bid on it, usually I wait till like the last 5 minutes and then put a bid on it. But someone bid on it overnight when I was sleeping. I mean, there's like 5 days left in the auction, and then he just closes it out right there. I wish I had been the one talking. I even sent the guy a message asking him to make me a deal for both the Civil War sword and the Chinese gem. But yeah, definitely disappointed that I didn't get that sword. But there's always room to get one in the future. This would be going up against rifles and bayonets. So apparently just the officers had these. If you know more information about this sword or Civil War swords in general, please let us know in the comment section below. Give us some more information. We'd love to know more about this sword or other swords like it. But this is definitely, when I buy a house, it's going to be one of my favorite pieces to hang on the wall, just because of the age and how beautiful it really is. So definitely happy to have this in the collection. They go for about $150 all the way up to $500. I got this for $150 with the scabbard, and I saw one of these sell for over $300 without the scabbard. So I think I got a pretty good deal. They have some other ones that go over $1,000. Those are more ornate, and they have more of a beautiful design. But definitely happy. I think you can hear it a little bit or wobble. Just the guard, but everything else seems to be tight. I mean, for a 180-year-old sword, gonna be 200 pretty soon. In 2040, it'll be 200. So, if you like this little first impressions review of the Civil War sword, sorry I don't have too much information on this, but if you like this little first impressions video, please comment below. And subscribe. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Hit that bell notification icon so you can see when more weapons content comes out. Thank you. Bye-bye.